All right, here's Mac from Allright Doors. Mac, tell us some of the concerns you see with this gate.
Well, some of the concerns are the fact that back here, where we'll start at the top here, where the door's been notched out, it's taken a little bit of the integrity out of the top section here.
Can we pull this door down and we can see?
The only reason that they've done that, of course, is if you want to pull the pin there for me, Jason.
Yep.
Okay, so it goes by. And as you can see here, the reason why it's notched out is because they've used 5-inch drums here, and they had to notch it out so that it would clear, where you could have used a different type of springing and then a 4-inch drum. So if we want to keep that off the gate, we could change the springs out and go to a 4-inch drum. Okay.
Ballpark, how much would it cost for a whole new gate?
Well, a whole new gate like this, you could still use all the existing apparatus like the tracks and things like that. You would have to change the springs to go to a 4-inch drum, and then you got the door face. So you're probably roughly looking at about $4,500.
Okay, for a new gate.
Okay,
all right.
for a new gate.
What's the next concern?
Well, the next concern, of course, is this operator. I mean, these are good operators at one time. We have had issues with the gear, and I have changed.
We see the leak here,
Yeah.
and we now have a gearbox that needs to be replaced, correct?
Correct. And I have replaced quite a few of these gearboxes. That seems to be the thing that does happen. The gear does start leaking, and then of course the door is not going to work properly.
And a new unit for around $5,000.
Yeah.
They fixed that problem. They don't have that
problem. We do have a newer operator that has nothing to do with any of this components is here. It's all gear driven. And I've got gates up to 85,000 cycles that I've never touched.
But for now, to get us through, how much would it cost to get that gearbox replaced?
Well, to get the gearbox replaced with the labor, it's still going to cost you somewhere between $800 and $900.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the main part of the operator.
Okay. How long would it take to get a whole new system in? Could you do that tomorrow too?
We could probably get it arranged by tomorrow afternoon. I don't see any reason why we can't, because the operators are in stock.
Okay.
I just have to check my schedule.
Sure, no problem. Okay. Let's go back to the gate.
Yeah.
One thing you mentioned is this bottom section is different from the top.
Yeah, well, the bottom section, when it was replaced, they didn't use the same extrusion. These extrusions here are 3 inches wide.
Yeah.
Whereas the bottom one that was replaced is only 2.5. So what's happened is they have an offset here. They look like they're kind of together in the middle here, but then you go to the outside and you've got a 1/2-inch offset. It's not really affecting the gate really in its operation. I was worried about the overlap maybe hitting the jamb at the front, but it seems to be passing by it. Doesn't really have any concerns for operations. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't measured properly so everything lines up. And
just an aesthetic thing. And then the other thing you said is you're not sure if they balanced the gate properly for the extra plexiglass and the metal down here.
Now that I've tested it manually, it seems to fly a little bit at the top, meaning it gets a little top heavy at the top. But that doesn't mean when I come back to do a few little repairs to get this going, I plan on adjusting the springs accordingly, and hopefully we can get a good balance out of the springs. But as for the rest of the hardware and everything, it looks fine. I think the installation was actually nothing wrong with it, except for the fact of the 5-inch drums, of course, cutting into the top of the gate.
Awesome. Okay, well, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.